Today we will talk about 10 best places to visit in Portugal. One of the oldest countries in Europe, Portugal boasts a complex history alongside dramatic landscapes, stunning beaches, fascinating museums, and exquisite cuisine. But it has some surprises. 2. Natural springs, a village built from boulders, and a chapel made of human skeletons, to name a few. So if you happen to find yourself in this vibrant country, here are some of the best places to visit. 1. Lisbon. Up to 30 years ago, this historic capital city was in varying states of disrepair. But today, thanks to a robust revitalization, this is one of Europe's most charismatic and vibrant cities. Colorful azulejos, ceramic tiles, glisten in its sun-drenched streets as vintage trams rattle up hills. Spectacular sunsets over the city's red-tiled roofs are cause for saudade, the Portuguese word for a feeling of yearning and nostalgia, which travelers will feel on their return home. Lisbon is a walker's delight, so meander through the cobblestone streets to its miradouros, lookout points to take in the city's views, spread across its 7 hills facing the Tagus River. Take the tram to Belém to marvel at Mosteiro dos Jerónimos and reward your efforts with a delicious pastéis de Belém, the original pastel de nata, egg custard tart. Wander through the tangled alleyways of Alfama, where the traditional Portuguese music genre called fado was born. Stop into the Museu do Fado and linger in the area for a sardine supper and photo show at one of the many restaurants in this district. 7 iconic hills overlook Lisbon's postcard-perfect panorama of cobbled alleyways, white-domed cathedrals, and grand civic squares, a captivating scene crafted over centuries. 2. The Algarve. At the southern end of Portugal, the Algarve region shines with a memorable coastline, golden-hued cliffs, and beaches filled with sea caves. The coastline of Ponta de Piedade in Lagos features sea pillars, rock arches, and grottos in turquoise waters. It's breathtaking and surreal. So is the Benegal Cave, one of Portugal's most famous attractions. Sunlight streams through its pierced ceiling, illuminating a gold sand beach. 3. Porto. Overlooking the Douro River, Porto is known for its stately bridges, port wine production, and dizzying viewpoints above terracotta rooftops. Once a trade village, Porto is now enjoying the fruits of ongoing development with cool cafes, wine bars, and new cultural offerings that reflect the city's vibrant energy. Popular sites include the medieval Ribeira district, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where tourists admire the atmosphere. Walk across the city's iconic Ponte de Dom Luís bridge to Vila Nova de Gaia to sip a glass of port, then catch a spectacular sunset at Jardim do Moro. Walk on the sea-facing promenade in Foz do Douro, admire the gilded interiors of the 15th century São Francisco Church, and stop into the 2020 Open WOW World of Wine, a sprawling complex of museums, restaurants, and bars near the river. 4. Douro Valley. For greener pastures, look to the rolling hills of the Douro Valley, one of the world's oldest and best-known demarcated wine regions, dating back to 1756. Famed for its terraced vineyards, with vines ribbing the contours of steep granite slopes, this valley is the birthplace of port. You can take a languid boat ride, 6-7 hours, from Porto to get here, but the best way to experience the region is to rent a car and visit Quinta do Novo and other wine-growing estates, known as quintas. Most offer public tours with wine tastings. 5. The Minho. Portugal's Vinho Verde hails from this verdant region of vineyard-covered valleys and towns frozen in time. Braga, one of Portugal's oldest cities, has many Baroque churches, and its old center brims with cafes, traditional Portuguese restaurants, and plazas. A highlight of this region is Peneda Gerês, one of the world's few temperate rainforests, which borders Spain. You'll need a car to head here, and while the curvy roads might make your stomach drop at times, the vistas are well worth the trek. The mountainous terrain with thick woods is punctuated by swift rivers, streams, and waterfalls. Canoe or hike and meander through the region's medieval castles or monasteries, which are well integrated into the landscape. 6. Évora. A striking cathedral, cloisters, and the columns of the Templo Romano, near Roman baths, sit inside of Évora's 14th century walls. Romans began inhabiting the city in the 2nd century BCE, and many ruins including the Temple of Diana remain, along with palaces and convents built by later occupants, including the Moors and Portuguese royalty. Évora was deemed a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1986, and the European Commission has designated it as 2027's European Capital of Culture. Tip: an experienced travelers shouldn't miss in this preserved medieval town is a soak in the serene Roman bath in Aqua Veritas. 7. Sintra. Portuguese royals used to spend their summers in Sintra, and it's easy to see why. This UNESCO World Heritage Site has storybook castles and fanciful gardens in the hills with imposing mansions and centuries-old monasteries rising from a backdrop of dense forests. The iconic former royal residence, Pina Palace, particularly stands out with its vivid red and yellow facade. Montserrat Palace is likewise grand and, like its gardens, is steeped in romanticism. 8. Coimbra. Coimbra, a charming city in central Portugal, is renowned for its historic University of Coimbra, one of the oldest in Europe. The university's Joanina Library, with its stunning Baroque architecture, is a highlight. Coimbra's medieval old town, perched on a hill overlooking the Mondego River, features narrow winding streets and notable landmarks such as the Sevilla Old Cathedral. The city blends rich history with vibrant student life, offering a lively cultural scene, including traditional Fado music performances. Coimbra's unique blend of historical significance, academic prestige, and picturesque beauty make it a captivating destination. 9. Obidos. As a gift to mark their wedding day in 1282, King Dinas gave this town to his queen, hence its nickname, the Town of Queens. Stroll through the narrow streets of this small town, which is encircled by medieval walls and crowned by a Moorish castle. Travelers can find old whitewashed houses bordered with blue or yellow and historic churches worth visiting. As a UNESCO creative city, Obidos hosts festivals, including the International Chocolate Festival, Obidos International Literary Festival, and Christmas Town. 10. Aveiro. Hailed as the Portuguese equivalent to Venice because of its canals, maritime Aveiro is set along a lagoon called Ria de Aveiro. Brightly colored monasteries, traditional boats, float on its waters, and the city offers Art Nouveau buildings like the Cathedral of Aveiro and the Museu de Aveiro. Plus, Aveiro is known for a sweet made with eggs and sugar. Look for ovos moles, soft eggs, sold in wooden barrels or wrapped in a crisp wafer in different shapes. And what do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.